All right, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob, and this is The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. How's it going, everybody?
It's going good.
Good. How are you?
Nice. I'm glad to be back here on a Tuesday night to play some D&D with everyone. We had a bit of a, I wouldn't say cliffhanger, but definitely a to be continued type episode last time. I could see it. It would be like the letters would come up next time on Tabletop Bob. See how the group navigates the political structure of the Bullywugs, the Soggy Court. And I'm excited to continue here in Downfall. But first, we've got a bunch of announcements. Welcome to, let's make sure everything's on Twitch and YouTube. Yep, welcome. Yep, welcome to the YouTube chat. Welcome to the Twitch chat. This is going to be a fun one tonight. We've got quite a bit to cover, and we have Stefano back. Stefano, thanks for being here again.
Yep, I'm excited to play.
Yes, he's reprising the role of Clapperclaw, the Scarecrow. So we'll talk all about the introductions. First things first, I wanted to go over a couple of things. I have links down below in the description for quite a few things we're going to be talking about here. But first, unfortunately, sometimes real-world events they transcend. And I wanted to start the stream off on a more serious note. I try to avoid putting real-life things here. I think that D&D especially, but RPGs, tabletop games, are ways that we can escape real life. But as I said, some things have to come to the forefront. We have to put some recognition to it. I have links down below. Thank you to Dasha for support for Ukraine. If anyone would like to contribute in any way, there's a whole list of resources down below. And I'm going to let Dasha speak about that for just a quick second, because Dasha does have a personal connection to the conflict. Dasha?
Yeah, thanks, Bob. So obviously, I think everyone's seen the horrific war that Putin is waging against the country and people of Ukraine. And a lot of organizations around the world are kind of stepping up to try to help in any way we can. I'm personally connected to that area. I have Ukrainian roots. My family is from that part of the world. I have extended family there. I have close friends who are there or have family there currently, a lot of whom are hiding out in bomb shelters or trying to flee the country as refugees to Poland or other surrounding countries. So I've personally been trying to do a lot, as much as I can, to help, donating, spreading awareness. And if anybody wants to do the same, there's a nonprofit called Razum. It's a nonprofit Ukrainian-American human rights organization, and they've compiled a link tree that Bob has put in the description where you can find, like he said, a whole bunch of resources. There's a whole bunch of places you can donate. You can donate to hospitals, other aid. You can donate, I think, directly to the Ukrainian army. You can contact your congressional representatives. There's links there to that. If you want to attend a rally, I know the Ukrainian communities across the U.S. are holding rallies and events in support of Ukraine. There's a list of what's happening and where. And then down below, there's a whole bunch of just like information, documentaries that help explain what's happening. So if you want to educate yourself or if you want to help by donating, I urge you to visit that link.
And just to cover everything here, to make sure that it's easy to access, I'm putting it in the chats both now as well. But it is in the description down below, so if the chat goes down, you can still access it later. All right. Thank you, Dasha. Appreciate you speaking on the matter here. And like I said, I like to let's use this time for gaming as a bit of an escape, so that we can enjoy the story that we're creating, something that's a bit more pleasant, for sure. But again, links down below in the description. All right, now a couple of other things here going on this channel. There are plenty of new videos to watch. In fact, I have a little promo here for you. Do you want to see what it is, everybody?
Check it out.
Absolutely.
Well, you don't sound so excited, Stefano.
I just had to unmute myself and there was a frog in my throat. Or a bullywug in my throat.
There's a lot of frogs in this game. But Joey and I, you all know Joey, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know Joey?
How could
That's
we
right.
forget?
He's the
I don't know
crazy
Joey.
paladin from Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, played Rogal. Well, Joey and I did a thing. We broke down to the studs the book of Boba Fett. We definitely tied in quite a bit of tabletop RPG talk as well. I reminisced about the old D20 system Star Wars game. It was actually made by Wizards of the Coast. It's basically a reskin of D&D 3.0. And then we also talked about some other games that I played as a child and also as an adult. Epic Duels, a fantastic game. So we break down the story of this show, and then we talk about all these great tabletop things. If you liked that review and you saw it, thank you for watching. It's down. Links are down below as well to that video. It's a fun one because Joey, if you know Joey, he gets very animated and very passionate about things. So we had a nice conversation about it the other day. And spoiler alert, it wasn't that good. All right, so you're gonna find out. Now, there's a couple of other things going on here on the channel. I've mentioned on social media a few days ago, Friday I think it was, that I'm actually going to be playing in a game. That's very exciting because I haven't played in a game since Mike was my dungeon master, and that campaign ended basically a year and a half ago almost at this point, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. Hard to run a game with a baby that young,
Yes.
so
Yep.
unfortunately I went on break and I have no idea when it's starting back up.
Well, that's okay. We're here when you're ready. Okay, I'm dying to play. But in the meantime, CJ has also offered to Dungeon Master a game, and we're going to be playing the Hidden Shrine of Tomoa-chan. This is going to be a 5e version of the game. Obviously, the one from the Yawning Portal we're going to be using, but he does have the original module and is going to mix some things up, and I think it's going to be a unique experience for everyone involved. It's going to be a lot of fun, and that starts on March 10th, and yes, I will be a player in that. So excited to finally get back onto the other side of the screen. Now, one last promotion. As I mentioned, I'm excited to play. I'm actually going to be playing tomorrow in something else. Yes, so many things to talk about here on the channel, but Michelle, if you know Michelle from Supernatural 20 and a bunch of other things here on the channel, she actually started her own Dungeons & Dragons YouTube channel. It's only got 3 episodes up. I'm showing the screen here just as her welcome page. It's called Dungeons and Wellness, where she talks about the episodes afterwards from the mental health standpoint. Her and another friend of hers, they kind of break down the episode, and then they have a play episode as well that kind of pairs with it. So each one kind of has a two-parter there. And I'm going to be role-playing in that tomorrow as a NPC, kind of like what I do to a lot of you people that are on my channel, like Stefano right now. So I'm going to be there tomorrow, Wednesday at 9 p.m. So links for her channel are there. You should go check her out, give her some love, because she is really, I think, striving to become the best dungeon master she possibly can. So let's give her some support. All right. Any other things I forgot, everybody? I think we covered all the bases here. Let's get into our game. All right, so we're going to introduce the characters. Why don't we start with Dasha, and then we'll go around the horn here, and we'll get started. Dasha, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Siggy, a fairy rogue who, I don't know what side I guess she's going to take in the revolution. I think she'll probably end up doing what? Well, I don't know. Maybe she will go rogue. We'll see. I think she
would
was
only
all
be
for...
appropriate if she went rogue.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. Exactly.
Very
I think
funny.
she was pro-revolution at this point. But we'll see if her group can steer her otherwise.
That's right. Let's jump up to Mike.
I am playing Boppy, the party's pugilist monk, not monk, Harrigan. And was originally handed the note that was meant to start the revolution, but unfortunately that was pickpocketed. I have no idea who would do that.
You're welcome.
So he has no idea this is happening at all, actually.
Nobody's mentioned anything to him? I don't remember. You might not have. Oh boy. Let's see. Christian.
Hi everyone. I'm playing Boomy, the Azamar cleric.
The Monarch.
Last episode.
The
Yeah, the
Witchlight
monarch, exactly, who was given some pretty sensitive information, and I'm pretty sure I'm the last person who should be the keeper of this information. So we'll see how this goes.
Yes, we know you can't keep a secret, and yet you've been told by the king that you must. We'll see. Randall, round out the group.
Yes, I am playing Quentin Queen, human bard that is actually used to playing politics as he grew up in royal courts and is, for the first time since entering this swamp, feeling slightly more at home.
Yeah, you kind of were the courtier of Boomy, right? Basically,
Yeah, of whatever our group is called.
the monarch. He's the monarch.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, your group. Yeah, I don't know what you call your group. Do you have any names for this crew? I don't think so yet, right?
I think we talked about it, but nothing.
Boomy and the Boomers.
And the boomer.
Boomy and the And Stefano, who are you playing today?
Hey guys, I'm playing Clapperclaw the Scarecrow, aka Scuttlebutt, aka Clipper Clapper, but mostly just Clapperclaw. And I have a stupid head that makes annoying sounds when I nod my head and walk around. And I really want my cool head back, the stag skull. And I'm traveling around with these guys because they're going to help me find it.
Well, you hope they will. They did
That's
promise.
the plan, at least.
They did promise you. Yes, that was the plan.
Remind us what your current head is made of.
It's a gourd.
It's a gourd.
Garrett, yeah.
With a bunch
I
of
knew. I
copper
just
coins
wanted,
in it.
I just
that
wanted
rattle
to hear him
around.
say it again.
Yeah. Good gourd. All right. Let's begin. We take to the swamps. So, last time we played, King Gullop the 19th. He is the ruler of the Soggy Court, a bullywug monarchy that you stumbled into here in Downfall. They are in league with Bavlorna, although it seems like they are doing it because they are forced to do it. Bavlorna's cottage is at the middle of this swamp. You are forbidden to go there, however, you seem to gain favor with King Gullop as Boomy has discussed a bit of a plan. You're going to help him deal with one of the renegades, a person who helped Sir Talavar escape, and that would be Morgort. Morgort is a bullywug who helped, along with another bullywug, Talavar get into his balloon and race off into the wind. Morgort was put to prison for her crimes and needs to be judged on. And that's what he asked Boomy and the rest of you to do. You're going to go judge Morgort, and then after that, Boomy is going to be I guess you would just be an associate of the king. You'd be someone who would confirm that he found the book of Bavlorna. Bavlorna is all her people she hates and has to get revenge on. He wants to bring that back, saying he found it and recovered it. Although we know that one of the Darklings that are visiting right now gave it to him. But he wants you to keep that a big secret, all right? Because he doesn't want the rebels to be gaining favor. All right, so let's begin. I'm going to switch over to our Roll20 screen. Here we are. All right. King Gullop says to Boomy, gather your group. We must go to Morgort. We must settle this quickly.
I'll fetch them at once. You can trust me. And I'm gonna go towards the rest of the group.
You may move your token and discuss with the group.
think
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna double check. I forget who I've told, who I showed the note. Was it Quentin and Clapper?
I saw it.
Okay, but not Bobby. Okay, great.
Or Boomy, right?
Yeah,
Or Boomy. I don't think so. Yeah.
I thought we had shared it with Boomy, but I guess not.
I don't remember, but you may have wanted to keep it a secret. I don't remember. It's up to you.
That is true. And who is which one is the knight? Knight Night of the Flies,
Mm-hmm.
right? Night of the
Fly.
Pickled Fly. Pickled
That would
Fly.
have been this one right here, Pickled Fly. I'm not gonna put a
That-
token on because
That
I
one's
don't
the
want
Pickled
to
Fly.
cover the
Okay,
face.
so
but
that's
yeah.
the one that gave the note. Okay. Well, how did it go with the king?
The king is going to get us access to the island, but first we have to help him with something.
And what would that be?
He wants us to help him. We need to speak to a prisoner. A prisoner. And sorry, but does the prisoner know where the book is?
The king has the book. He was reading it.
So we need to help the king prove to Balrana that he found this book, and to prevent this uprising to take his spot.
Yep. And the Morgort situation is a bit of an aside, but it's to show the revolutionaries that the king means business and the punishment is going to be severe.
Where's this Morgort being kept?
The king said he'd take us to him, her.
Morgort, her, yes.
Her. Yeah, the king said he'll escort us to her so we can question her.
And is the purpose of us being escorted there, is that so that we can execute her there? Or is this just a questioning that's preliminary?
Wait a second. I'm not trying to execute anybody right now.
I never said anything about executing. We just need to speak to her.
You said he wants to make an example of her.
You're giving me bad flashbacks to when that clown gutted that bird.
Well, I'd never promised the king that we would do anything to her.
Okay. So we're not getting involved with that. So why are we questioning her?
We need to help her. Well, the king wants our help in preventing the revolution, so that he
does realize that if we
maintain.
step in and help out, he's going to look pretty weak, and then some other frog's going to come along and probably do this again.
But at this point, this is the only way I know of us being able to get onto the island. Unless you guys have anything else, this seems to be our best bet.
Yeah, we got to get to the island so we can get my head.
Are we supposed to get information about the
Are we
revolutionaries
sure your head's
or
on the
something?
island?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't with Agden, and you guys said that Agden gave stuff to Bavlorna, so it's got to be there.
We could just swim.
That would not
that's
be
a bad
advisable.
idea. There's
There's stuff in the water.
Yes.
I can't swim. I'm just a child. I just found out I was a child yesterday. I mean, today.
Ironically, I don't think that your age would be the greatest hindrance to your swimming ability.
I mean, chances are he probably doesn't need to breathe, so if he wants to walk on the bottom, he'll be fine.
That's true.
That is.
He's a gourd.
That is true.
He's made of hay.
I don't think that it is a viable option, though. So my question still stands. What is the purpose of this questioning? Are we supposed to get information about the revolutionaries from this captive?
Just to be clear, and maybe this might have been a miscommunication, it's not a questioning. It's justice awaits. You are going to be sentencing the prisoner.
And then
I,
trial
as a
by
player,
combat.
know that. Yeah.
Correct, Christian. Just clarifying. So if you weren't sure,
Thank you.
It's a
All
trial
right,
by
thanks.
combat. Exactly.
I was gonna say, I know I didn't particularly totally agree to what the king. I was just kind of like, yeah, we'll check
No,
it
I know.
out.
There was no explicit yes, we are going to murder her. But you would have said, kind of went along with what he was saying. So that's what he wants. He wants one of you. I think he even suggested Boppy because he looks like a combatant.
Okay, I'll even suggest, I fully don't agree with what the king wants, but he implied that Boppy might have to fight her for
Wait,
trial and combat.
When were you my manager? I didn't sign up for this.
That's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to get this involved, but maybe there's a way we can try to go through with it to a point. And, listen, I'm just trying to get us to the island.
Does he want this to happen now, or do we have time to mingle and meet some of more of these wonderful bullywugs in his royal court?
Monarch Boomy, we must go now. You hear the king gullop from the edge of the water call out to you.
Suppose that's an answer.
Siggy's gonna say, you all go. I'm going to make some new friends, and she's gonna fly off to talk to the nearest bullywug she sees that looks like... Not the one who passed the note necessarily, but any bullywug that's nearby.
Sure, you can talk to them. There were a couple of them. I think I read off their names. Let's see. We'll do that then. So the group, do we want to split here?
Ribble.
You want to split here? Ribble and Rubble? What?
Grumple, Ribble,
Since
Loff, and the Croaking Sage.
Yep, Bloff, Grumple, Ribble, and Croaking Sage, and Knights of the Pickled Fly. Knight of the Pickled Fly. Knight of the Pickled Fly was the one that gave you the note. So, who would you like to speak with? Grumple, Ribble, Croaking Sage, Knight of the Pickled Fly?
I'll talk to Croaking Sage. He sounds
Okay.
like Croaking Sage is wise, maybe, and knows some information.
Gotcha. We'll talk to Croaking Sage. All right. So while Siggy's doing that, the rest of the group is going to go to the Follow the King.
Oh, so.
Okay.
Well, I since the king just addressed us, I'm gonna just kind of like whisper to Boppy, play along. My liege, I understand that this is of urgent importance, but such a spectacle, a grand performance that you bid us to do for you, it is a great honor, but it is exactly that, a spectacle. Would you not want to wait and make sure that we could plan it and have the proper amount of people see this grand finish of the rebellion? Otherwise, it could go unnoticed. Those that wish you harm, that wish to unseat you, could potentially still thwart that rebellion, or rather, be unthwarted.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm going to vouch for, Quentin when he says that, and I'm going to kind of say that, I trust him and he does speak. He makes a good point.
Well, if the monarch says so, you may roll with advantage, Quentin.
Just realized that I had the wrong sheet open, so hold on one second.
Awesome.
I was like, I don't have a +1 to persuasion.
Here, we'll make CJ happy while Randall's getting the right character sheet up. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, everybody. Hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank you. 22?
22.
Wow. The king will look to his aides and say, you have a good point. I think that that may be wise. Come, you will meet Morgort. Find her weaknesses, choose your combatant, and then, when we get everybody together, we will destroy her.
Very good, my liege.
I'm glad I thought of it myself. Come.
A brilliant plan. Well struck.
And the
Won't regret
croaks
it.
of the Bullywug Knights that flank him, they agree. They're like, yes, sir, good idea. Follow him. Couple things you're going to notice as you pass through that little land bridge connecting to the other side of the lake. You can see that there are Bullywug guards standing at attention with a crocodile in tow. They're guarding some sort of large structure. It looks like it's half sunken into the muck and mire. This is off to the right. Straight ahead of you, you can see rising from the soggy earth is a sturdy wooden hut with an open doorway on one side of it. At the back of the hut are two holding cells. Thick mangrove roots serve as bars, with small round door closing off each wall. The floor of one cell is covered with several inches of stinking water. The other cell holds a figure in rags, slumped against the back wall. And you can follow the king here. the holding cells are ahead of you. And you could see Morgort trapped in one of the cells.
Yeah.
And Dasha will come back to you in a moment.
What does Morgort look like?
You can see Morgort. Morgort is dressed in the ragged and stained remnants of an orange surcoat. She bears the sigil of a great helm fashioned to resemble a frog's head. In just a quick glance, you can see that while her demeanor is quiet and reserved, you could tell that she has a smirk kind of hiding behind her facade here. She looks to Boppy, because Boppy rushes in, seems, before the king. The king has no problem staying outside. He says to Boomy, "You may go in and talk to her. Try to find out anything you can. That would actually be a bonus. And then, once we decide on exactly the time, you may choose your champion. I believe it will be the Harengon. No?"
I'm gonna say we'll do what we can, and I'm gonna suggest that you are not seen around here. Perhaps she'll speak more freely, not knowing you're around.
Look at him, the Harengon. He rushes in. What a physical specimen he is.
Quentin is going to try to just slide over to Boomy, and not unaudibly, not like whispering to Boomy, but not making it purposeful, like kind of making it so that the king can still hear, and just whisper, Your Grace, Monarch. I do advise. Bobby did endure quite the brunt of the fight earlier. It would be advisable if we could have a night of respite before he was to engage in such a spectacular combat.
An entire day? I do not have that time. The revolution lives. I can feel it in my bones.
I don't have any bones.
I
Yes,
believe
please.
with the monarch to please to give us this time that, if Bobby is well rested and healed, that he will be able to put on even a bigger show.
Roll a persuasion.
Let's see.
He will chime in since Boomy gave me advantage. I'll try to give him advantage. He'll chime in, and you would not want your execution to go awry and have the rebellion be fortified by the thought that they can even win in chains.
Fair enough. That seems like a nice addition to the argument. Go ahead. I'll allow for an advantage roll. A 19, huh?
You have
19.
+5 to charisma checks.
Me?
I thought you got it when you were crowned the monarch or something like that.
I think that's. Oh,
Go on.
you're right. Is that
Oh, it's
over?
gone. Okay.
It lasts. It lasts for X amount of hours. They've been
One
here for
turn.
a couple days.
Got it.
I only keep the crown.
That would
keeps
be
the crown.
wild if you
Yeah.
had it forever.
Forever. Well, he does get the respect of the monarch, which is, in a way, better than a standard +5. Maybe.
I
maybe
don't
not.
know.
He's a minor,
Whatever you do,
a
do not
monarch
pick
in
the
name only.
scarecrow. Do not pick the scarecrow for the combat.
Oh man,
Uh,
you think I don't want to do the combat? Are you suggesting I do the combat? I don't want to do that.
No. I would never make you do the combat. Call. Don't
Yes,
worry.
a wonderful idea, my liege. Absolutely not.
Maybe if I had my head. I mean, those horns on that thing, they could do some damage.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Oh, it's the coolest.
So while you're chatting outside with the king, and the king seems to agree that a rest is okay, he's determining whether it should be a long rest or perhaps a shorter one. But still, he says, I must talk with my advisors before I make a decision. And now, Bobby, you ran into the hut. So
Yeah.
I'll let you speak to Morgort first while they're having this conversation outside. Go ahead.
So Bobby would look at Morgort and say, "Wow, you look like shit."
You don't look so good yourself.
You get punched enough times in the face, and you hear that quite a bit. So I think they're expecting me to kill you or something like that.
You can
I
try.
have no intention of doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not nobody's pony show. They can't make me do something like that. I make my own choices. I told them earlier, I'm my own boss.
It is good that you have this self-awareness. I, on the other hand, will have to fight someone.
You know, we got a little guy out there with a pumpkin head. He looks pretty pathetic. You want to fight him?
She, like, peeks around the bars, and she sees Clapperclaw, like, knocking on his gourd or something. And she's like, if I must, I could clear the head of that little one.
All right. If it comes to it, I'll try to get it set up.
Why would you help me?
I don't like those frogs. They annoy me. Besides, there's somebody there protected on that island that I need to deal with.
The hag?
Yeah, that's the one.
So you need help with the hag, and I need help getting out of here. Perhaps we could make an agreement?
I might be open to that. You have any ideas on how to get you out of here?
She stands up now and goes close to the bars. She says that the Bullywug Knights would be able to free me from this prison. They have keys.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
How can I trust you? How do
Oh,
I know you
kind
won't
of in a,
backstab me?
I mean, you're kind of in a cage. You're not exactly in a great situation as it is. So what do you got to lose?
And who are your friends? Why are you here?
I told you we got to deal with the hat.
Did you, come because of Sir Talavar?
We met that guy, but I think we came here with that idea in mind before we even met him. He just happened to be talking about the same kind of thing.
Did you speak with Wigglewog?
Wigglewog. Do I know who Wigglewog is?
Yes, he was the pilot. He escaped with Sir Talavar.
No, Satala crashed into a tower.
And Wigglewog?
I mean, I was outside smoking a cigar that day. I didn't meet any Wigglewog.
Well, if you see Wigglewog, tell him that I'm thinking of him.
All right, I'll keep that in mind if we ever run across a Wigglewog. Is he like you? He's one of these bullywogs?
Yes, very much so. Shh, quiet. They're coming in now. And now the rest of you start to enter into the hut. King Gullop is going to stay outside with his knights, although one of the knight positions themselves at the door entrance. You may enter.
The one that's positioned outside, will he be able to hear us if we're talking, or?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, so
I'll stay outside.
whisper.
You're going to stay outside?
I'll stay outside and kind of chat up the guard while Boomy and Clapperclaw going.
Okay. Clapperclaw, you're heading into?
Following Boomy, essentially, because
Okay.
Boomy seems nice.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're in the hut, and you can see Boppy has already started a conversation. You hear some hushed whispers coming from Morgort. And now Morgort is silent as all three of you enter.
Purpose is, just to be clear, I'm talking to him to actively try to keep him distracted from whatever's going on in the hut. Okay,
I think what it probably best to do is just give me a deception check to see how well you can keep him occupied.
When we walk in, I'm going to say, Poppy, so you've met her. We shouldn't speak too loudly. There's a guard outside.
Gotcha.
All right, I guess. I had a whole conversation with her. I'm done.
I got a
Randall.
question for you.
You're done?
Yes, little one?
Have you seen the most glorious stag skull that anyone's ever seen in their entire life? Have you seen it? I'm really looking for it.
Unfortunately, I've been in here for many days now. I have not seen any skull of the stag.
Oh man, that's a real bummer. I hope you get out of here. It doesn't look
Yes.
very comfortable in here.
I believe we will be doing Mortal Kombat soon.
Me and you?
I believe so. That is what your friend said here.
Oh my god. Me?
Who
I
agreed to
can't.
that?
I can't do that.
It's okay. I will take the fall.
Oh, a fake fight. I'm good at those.
Yes, I will take the fall against whoever I fight against. And when I am disposed of, I will come back to help you. Do we have a deal?
I look at Boomy. I'm like,
I'm kind of looking at Boppy like, what's the deal here?
Hey, yeah, she's
What's
friends
the
with
deal?
the little fellow you got out of that cage. And I don't plan on killing anybody. And she said she could help me get to the hag, and I don't like these frogs, so I told her I'd get her out.
And how are we gonna get her out?
She says the knights have keys.
And do you plan to steal the keys?
Hey, listen, we'll figure it out. I mean, we know that little pixie. She's pretty good at things like that.
Just hear from just outside the hut, him talking to the guard. And that's when I said, I can hear you.
The guard is like talking to like one of the British royal guards. They have no expression. Everything you're saying, the jokes you're trying to throw at him, they're just not working at all. He's like got a keen ear to the inside. Now, of course, you're all whispering, and obviously you're being loud. So he's not really able to pick up every word, it seems, but he's still there, and he's not interested in what you're saying.
I'm gonna
No.
whisper to her and say, "Are you really gonna help us?"
I will do my best. I really just want to find Wigglewog and get out of here. Have you seen Wigglewog?
No, not that I have seen. I'm gonna kind of whisper even like softer and say, when we leave, it's best that you maybe pretend that we got information from you or that we kind of pushed you around a bit to avoid suspicion.
Fair enough.
Wouldn't we have to, tell him something we learned from her? Because I didn't learn anything.
That's true. Is there anything that you can give us that might be able to just buy us some time with the king? Just anything that you might know.
I know nothing of the revolution. I am just here because I thwarted the king's plans. I freed Sir Talavar. I helped Wigglewog, and now I'm suffering for it.
Do we know where we can find Wigglewog?
I don't know if you remember, but Sir Talavar told you that Wigglewog died getting Talavar free. It was a terrible fall from the balloon while they were battling Bavlorna's forces.
Okay, so I guess at that point I would probably break the news to her.
You'd have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I would break the news to her and tell her that I'm so sorry, but Wigglewog, he's dead. He died helping Sir Talavar.
She slumps back into the mucky water and leans up against the edge of the cell, and you can see just tears begin to stream down her frog-like face. She doesn't say a word. Dasha. You go over and
Yes.
talk to the sage of... What's his name? Where's his name here? You talk to the croaking sage. He's a noble, a Saki court honorific. You can see he's dressed a bit better than the rest of the court, and he sees you approach. Is there anything I can do?
Yes, I actually had some questions. I'm so curious about your way of life here. You see, I'm a commoner myself. I've never been to a royal court. Never met such splendid royalty and nobility as you. Fine bullywugs. I was just wondering, could you tell me about the history and the hierarchy of your court here? I know you have a king and his knights, but are there other nobles? Do you perhaps have counts, earls, or maybe barons?
Why, we do, yes. He goes through a whole list of names of other honorifics, people of his status. Count Bogbottom, Duke of the Three Rocks, Earl of Stinkwater, the Green Baron, Knight of the Pickled Fly, of course, you've met, Moss Crown Knight, Pondflower Knight.
He doesn't mention the Baron of Muckstump by any chance?
Do you ask him specifically or no?
No, I was just curious if he would mention him in the list.
He does not.
No. Okay. All right. That's about all I had planned out. Wow, such curious names they all have. Are these names you're born with or names you earn for deeds that you and the other nobles do?
That's correct. We are Bullywug of Legend.
I see. And she is really not sure where to go from here. Let's see. I noticed there are a lot of stumps around here.
You're a
Of
peculiar
trees.
one. That's for sure.
Like I said, I've never been at a royal court before. I don't quite know how to behave.
Just
I'm just a
enjoy
simple
the
peasant.
food.
I'm
Just
a
enjoy
simple
the
peasant.
food, little one. And he takes out a baguette and a glass of jam, and he spreads it. Fly jam, and he hands you the baguette.
Fly jam. Yeah, yes. She'll take a hesitant bite.
A regional delicacy here in the bog.
How does it
And
taste?
baguettes and not jam.
It
Who
tastes like
senses that think he's
tastes
about to
like,
eat something delicious and he's not there. He's like, wait.
a lot of protein. A lot of protein.
Okay, like peanut butter, sort of crunchy.
Like jelly, crunchy jelly.
Crunchy. Oh god.
You know, peanut
Okay.
butter's got crunchy and smooth. This is jelly that's got the crunchy option.
Crunch. Okay. How tasty. Thank you so much. Oh, Sage. Thank you. She will awkwardly fly away. Siggy did not think this through very well. Is the Knight of the Pickled Flies still around?
Yes, he's right there with the heart.
Okay. She might go talk to him a little bit. Interesting foods you have here, Sir Knight.
The knight kind of grunts at you. If you'll excuse me, I think your friends need you. And he kind of gives you a quick nudge.
All right, I will do as you say. And she'll hand off the baguette to him and fly back to her friends.
Ooh, he's excited. He gets the baguette, nibbles on it.
She's not excited about the crunchy jelly.
Crunchy jelly, that's all.
Yep.
And before you leave, though, he will say, "Speak with the Herringon."
I will. I will.
Okay, move yourself. All right, so you
I
zoom
asked-
over. Go ahead, Christian.
Are we zooming back to our conversation?
Yeah, so you see Siggy come in now.
Can I ask more? Like, is there someone else who's like next in command over after? Is it Wigglebum?
You mean King Gullop?
No, for the revolution. Like, you know, if who died helping Sir Talon? Wigglewug, right?
Wigglewog, correct.
Was he like their leader?
No. In fact, Morgort says that basically they had nothing really to do with the revolution other than
Oh, okay.
wanting to help Sir Talavar escape. But you don't necessarily know that that's the truth. I mean, Morgort's playing everything close to the chest, not saying much.
Okay.
Hey, Boppy, I don't know if it's such a good idea if I participate in that fight. I mean, the king was specifically like that you should participate in the fight. And you actually know how to fight, so I think that if you did the fake fight, you'd probably do a better job than me.
Wait. No, I'm not getting any ring.
Okay.
Poppy's no
Well,
entertainer.
I don't think I'm gonna do it either.
So those days are behind me. I'm not fighting anybody in any ring, fake or otherwise.
But you used to fight.
Yeah, that's what I did for many, many years. I fought. I was a prize fighter.
Oh. Did you teach me how to fight?
Let's see if we can get your head back first. I think you might need that.
Oh, I definitely need my head back. As soon as I get my head back, you could have this stupid gourd that you want so bad.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just curious as to what's rattling around on the inside of it.
Me too. It's annoying.
I'm
Morgort,
going to.
Sorry, go ahead, Stefano.
I don't actually know what's in there, right?
In where in your head?
Yeah.
No, you know, the coins.
Oh, I do now?
Yeah, and they bother
Oh.
you. The coins, yeah.
Oh, it's just... There's nothing much in there, just a couple of coins. And they bother me. I hate it. I hate that sound that they make. Everyone knows I'm coming.
Where'd you get that head?
Agden put it on me.
Oh, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
All
After
right,
he saw
all right.
My real head.
The time is up now. Do you have a champion?
Yeah, the king himself is gonna step in the ring.
Ah! And he looks over to Boomy for clarification.
I think before that, I think we got some information that might be valuable to you, but I'd rather we speak away from the prisoner.
Ah, yes, come. We must go to the palace. Come. Come. He orders you to come with him.
On the walk, can I kind of tug Boppy by the sleeve and make him walk towards the back of the group with me? Out of earshot, hopefully, of the king?
Yeah, you could do that.
He'll
So then-
clock it and just give a knowing look to Siggy.
She'll
Continue
give him
forward.
a look right back. So as they're walking, she's gonna say, I sort of did something, Boppy. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry about?
This was for you. And she'll give him the note.
I'll open it up and repeat it one more time, Bobby, just so I have the exact wording.
Yep. The note says, "Find Illig, the Baron of Muckstump, at once. La Revolution lives."
How many times can we get Bob to say La Revolution on this channel?
At least a couple more times.
Oh, actually, this is great news. I don't know what you're apologizing about, but this helps us a lot. If we
Yes,
can
well,
get this...
I took it from you, so that's what I'm apologizing for. I don't normally apologize for these things, but there you go. I don't know where to find this Baron, though. I've asked around. I've tried. Any ideas?
we just gotta find the right frog. Somebody's gotta know where he is.
Okay. I'll follow your lead. I'm too full of baguette to think properly.
Okay. That is a big gator.
Yes, it's a huge gator. It steps to the side and allows you to go past it. you might have a little bit of trepidation as you have to even get within its range. It sits there with its mouth slightly agape, so you know it could snap at any moment. It's got the tamer there, the bullywug, that's keeping it at bay as the king walks up that plank there.
By the way,
Come,
You got that
come.
thing under control? Say to the
Of
tamer.
course. The crocodiles are well trained. You seen my snoodle,
What's a what?
my baby gator.
his pet little baby gator in the collar. You remember?
We train them from young age.
So what did you call it?
Snoodle.
Is that like some kind of pasta?
That is my gator friend.
Did you name it that?
Of course. An appropriate name. A valiant name.
I don't know. It sounds like something you'd name a Pomeranian, not an alligator.
The king will jump into this area here. This is the palace. I'm going to describe it to you. You can see this hall that's been built around a very large tree. Two of the tree's limbs reach out through the walls like an enormous welcoming arms. The interior of the hall is roomy, with an open floor plan. It allows for occupants of the upper story to look out over the lower story. Bullywug courtiers crowd in the space, filling it with guttural croaks. Their clothing is faded and stained with mud. And as I mentioned, you can see there are, let's see. No, I don't have any tokens here. No, great. Thanks, roll 20. But there are a bunch of bullywugs in here. There are about half a dozen bullywugs. And the king tells you all that you can rest in here, and then you can see Bavlorna once our issues are decided.
So you've decided to give us the night.
You can have a rest, yes.
Thank you, my liege. You are quite generous. And Bobby, just so I remember, Duke Irkland, he seemed very loyal to the king, right? He had given us a token for the king. Did he mention anything about the king, or seem to sway anyway based on my perception of him?
He said that the king can be hard to talk to, so giving the brute Schwim would gain you favor.
Okay.
So the courtiers in here will clear out. The guards will be positioned at the entrances to the palace, and you're going to be allowed to stay in here for a long rest. The king says, though, that you may not wander too far, and you may not go into the center of the lake, obviously, until your deal has been made. But, well, you could stay on the outside of the lake. That is fine.
Thank you. Again,
All right. So you can decide how you'd like to maneuver, but you can discuss now as a group. The courtiers are all going to leave.
I'm gonna kind of bring everyone together and say, perhaps we can tell the king we have information on who is leading the revolution, and that we need some time to confirm those suspicions. That might be able to give us time for Morward to escape, and we can go off there.
Hmm.
Because I don't think the king knows that was it Bullywug is dead. Perhaps we can use that as a not Bullywug, what was the name?
Wigglewug.
Yes, Wigglewug is not dead, and perhaps we can use that as our sort of, I don't know, a way to convince him that maybe he's the leader of the revolution, and we need to confirm that he's alive, and that we might know where to find him, and that we can bring him in.
Group, what do you think?
He's just gonna look at Siggy.
Maybe I'll jump in and I'll say, Siggy, I know you're quick with your hands. Perhaps we can attempt to steal one of the guards' keys. That Bobby mentioned. The guards carry keys, the keys that could set her free.
I could try. It would be a risk to all of us, but if that's what you think is best, what do
The
you
only
think?
idea I have.
She'll look to Quentin, I guess, unsure what to do.
While you're discussing this, I see Clapperclaw. You're looking to the window. There's a clothesline that looks like it reaches deep into the lake. The fog that's surrounding you, the thick fog, kind of makes the rope disappear after about 20 or 30 feet. What are you thinking, Clapperclaw?
Wondering if this leads to the center of the island.
Give me an insight check. I don't know how insightful you are. I forget.
Is that intelligence?
It's wisdom.
It's wisdom. All right, that's a straight D20, I think. Double sevens. I'm so lucky today.
The clotheslines. This is the second or third. Actually, you might have seen 3 of them. So even though you only got a 7, you've noticed that all the clotheslines have strange clothes attached to them. Clothes definitely not made with for the bullywug. It's the only thing you can glean from that 7. That it must not be the bullywug's clothes.
All right.
Your guess is as good as anybody's as to whether or not that leads to Bavlorna's cottage or another structure, because you can't see far enough.
I'll walk back and I'll be like, they'll tug on Boomy's cloak. I'll be like, hey Boomy, check out these clotheslines. There's something weird about them. Something weird about the clothes hanging from them.
Clothesline, and I guess I'll walk over and see what you just checked out. Over here. Do I notice? I notice the clothes. Could I recognize anything from it? Do they look familiar, or can I? Something I
The
might
clothesline, I'll just give you a quick description. The clothesline attached to the southwest corner of the building's exterior has a variety of frayed patchwork garments draped over it. They don't look like any of the clothes that the bullywugs have been wearing.
Maybe I'll call over Quentin and see if he can make sense of any of this. Maybe he recognizes something. I'll call everyone, actually.
Is Lemon
So
with
everyone.
us?
Lemon, she is with you. Yeah, she was quiet during all of this, but she's with you. She's flying over with Bobby.
Assuming the king is not actually there, right?
No, I mentioned he left. I just didn't move. the
Oh,
topic.
okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes, Boomy.
Claw found this clothesline, but none of the clothes on here look like it's anything the Hollywoods would wear. Have you seen clothes like this before?
Have I seen clothes like that before, Bob?
Which vision did you have when you were at the river?
I had the vision of the marrow.
Okay.
I had the other vision.
Dasha. Siggy vaguely remembers clothes like this, draped over like a chair or some sort of like a lounging couch while the hag was bathing herself.
I think that's Bavlorna's clothes. I remember something like that in my vision.
I saw a couple of these as we were walking around. What do you think it means?
I think it means that the bullywogs do Bavlorna's laundry.
You think this clothesline leads straight to the island?
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably hangs from a hut.
Either that, or they deliver the clothes another way, but either one is a fair bet.
Yeah, they probably just fly it over on a blimp.
Although I don't know if this clothesline could support anyone, if that's what you're thinking.
You could investigate it if you'd like. Give it a once over. See what
I'll
you
give
think.
an investigation. Yeah.
Perhaps Lemon can fly out and see where it leads. She's small enough that she won't get noticed.
I ain't going anywhere, okay, into that fog. No way. To the hag's house? Not at all. Even if her dirty laundry's being aired out here, I'm still gonna be afraid of her.
I'm afraid of her too.
Fair. Biggie,
Yes.
he just kind of like looks to Boomy. Look, Boomy, we know your struggle with deception. And then looks back to Siggy. Should we?
As in, go on the clothesline?
No, like,
No.
tell
Yeah,
Boomy.
Yeah, I'm
What
gonna
about
jump
the
in and
He's
be like,
assuming that Siggy knows what he's
Tell
proposing.
about the revolution. Gotcha.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I'd jump in and be like, I'm not gonna make Siggy walk on that clothesline. Who knows what's out there?
No, that's not what I. Siggy,
Perhaps we should ask. Well, perhaps we could say things vaguely enough. But, Boomy, we know your, like Quentin said, we know your struggles with keeping things a secret, and so we have chosen to withhold certain information that could, if it got out, endanger our mission. And we are doing this for all of our good, and including your good. Would you like us to tell you? Or would you prefer that we keep it secret from you? But you might have to play along every now and then without quite knowing what's happening.
At the thought of this, I feel like Boomy would say no to hearing this, if that's what you guys truly feel. If you're nervous about him, and he's gonna say, when he's training to be a cleric, there came a moment like this where he was given important information, and because he didn't speak up about what had happened, that information got out, and it was bad. So he can understand why you wouldn't want to tell him, and if that's what you really believe, if that's what you guys want, then I understand.
Maybe it's better this way. You can play your part better. The king will trust you 100%, and we can do our work behind the scenes.
He goes. He's like, yeah, no, it makes sense, but there's a slight sadness in that response where he knows this is what he has to do, but it still hurts.
Siggy's gonna give you a piece of baguette with jam that she saved from her giant baguette earlier, and say, here you go.
Thank you.
I hope this makes you feel better. It's a bit crunchy, but it's not that bad.
A bit crunchy as I'm chewing, and I'm it's really crunchy.
You notice a little leg sticking out.
Bob, so I didn't get, just circling back for a moment, because this is something that Quentin would be thinking about. I didn't get a sense of where Duke Irkland's loyalties lie.
No.
No. Okay.
You weren't even thinking about loyalty.
We weren't aware of the breeding revolution at the time.
Right.
And I don't know who that knight mentioned to Siggy.
So it sounds like you've got a little bit of debriefing to maybe do, other than Boomy. The Bullywug are waiting outside. Obviously, they're guarding the palace. You're able to sleep here. Let's do the long rest. And if you'd like to go anywhere during the time that you're here, that'll be up to you. But let's take the long rest.
Okay.
So anyone needs to heal, you can roll your hit
Rest,
dice.
right?
Yep. Yeah.
I will definitely give everybody a song of rest. Because I'm not sure I'll get to use all of these, I wrote multiple song parodies. So for the song of rest, I will do Downfall where the frogs can't croak. Downfall where the houses smoke. Downfall where the bullywog spoke only woe. Down on Swamp Row. That's Song of Rest, so everyone gets an extra D6.
That was beautiful, Randall. Thank you.
Single tear rolls down Boomy's face as he hears that.
Stefano, you have any critiques?
It was wonderful.
Oh yeah, singing about your home. Yeah. Wrote that the night we finished the game. Anyone who rolls a hit point or a hit die gets an extra D6.
Oh,
I
have
saw
to actually
Dasha.
roll the hit die.
Yeah, you still have to spend a hit die to get it, but
I was
you only
hoping I
need to
just
spend
got it.
one, and you'll regenerate one. So
Yeah.
I don't actually need it. I rolled a 9, and that was way more than I even needed. So
yeah, I only need 2 hit points, so I think I'm actually
I
I'm
do
guaranteed
need it.
it.
So go ahead. Roll that die.
There you go, an extra
All right,
3.
Wow, you rolled the 1 there, Mike?
Yeah, but thankfully, my HP was high enough that even if he rolled a 1 on his Song of Rest, I would have been at full.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
All right,
roll
so
0.
just let me know your status right now. How many hit dice have you used, and how many hit points are you at? Let's go around, do a roll call here. Dasha?
I only used 1 hit dice, and I'm back at 15 full.
Okay, you have all your hit dice back now after the long rest?
Yes.
Gotcha. Christian?
I also just used 1 hit die. That got me up to. I rolled an 8. I got an 8 for that. And then
nice.
plus the 2 from the Song of Rest brings me back to full.
Okay, great. Clapper Claw's full, right, Stefano?
Good.
Gotcha. Boppy? Full hit points, and
I used 1. I'm at full hit points, and I only have 1 hit die remaining.
gotcha. So you're still 1 hit dice down. Randall?
Max hit points, max hit die.
Got 1 back. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, excellent.
this-
So
Is this hut made of straw?
No, it's made of wood.
Oh.
It's kind of like a tree house.
Is the roof made of straw?
Sure.
Do I gain the hit die back after this long rest? Sorry, I've never done
Correct.
it the hit die way. Okay.
Yeah, you still, everything about a long rest is exactly the same, except the healing. You only heal by using hit dice, but at the end, you gain half your hit dice back.
Okay.
All right.
So during the long rest,
Stefano,
I steal some of the roof.
You steal some of the roof. What are you doing with this roof?
I need some extra
plan.
stuffing.
You see Clapper Claw at the end of long rest, you have, you're jacked now. You got muscles, pectoral muscles just bulging. Love it.
During this rest, Quentin will pull Siggy and kind of like whisper to Siggy, like, "Does Bobby know?"
I think at least a little bit.
And he'll pull Boppy to the other room, since there's to give a little distance, and just kind of like look back to. Sorry, Boomy. Once we get this sorted, we'll be able to share everything.
I'm gonna say, come on, Clapperclaw. Let's go to the other room. Show me some of those. Maybe show you some of those new moves.
Hey,
Aw.
maybe you could go teach me how to swim over here. Go over here.
The lower level is submerged in 3 inches of swamp water. There are some bullywug out here, and they're playing an upbeat tune on stringed instruments.
I start,
I was like, come on, let's
I
go
start
see if we
clapping
can
my
play.
claw to the beat.
Yeah. I was like, come on, maybe they'll let us play with them.
Sure, you can go play. Yeah, have fun.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
I'm definitely rolling a performance. at some point.
Go ahead.
I jump into the water. Head first. Gourd first.
Gourd first. No, Di, it's a shallow pool here. 3 inches of swamp water. 3
Your
inches.
head just explodes in a shower of squash.
Well, that's why it's called squash. All right. Boppy and Quentin, what are you talking about?
Well, and Siggy.
Oh, it's Iggy.
So, if we're going to not kill tonight, Morgort, and Boomy seems to want to break her out, perhaps we should try to find that person on the note. Illig is I believe their name.
Yes, I've been trying. No leads so far.
Yeah, I was thinking something similar. It kind of plays into our interest anyway. So, I figure we just gotta ask the right frog.
Who was it that gave you the note?
Well, what are the knights? Do I remember what's the name, Bobby, of the knight who gave it to me?
Pickled fly, right?
Yeah, pickled fly, something like that.
Yeah, Night of the Pickled Fly.
And Morgort is obviously aligned with them. Did Morgort say anything about any other contacts?
No, Mogul said they had nothing to do with the revolution.
Oh, Morgort's had nothing to do with the revolution.
I'm pretty sure she just got in trouble for helping Helva.
Oh, interesting.
You hear a knock
Listen, this
at the door.
Clock. 1 minute. No.
Are you decent?
What?
Are you decent?
Yes?
Yes.
What did you think we were doing in here?
I do not want to presume. You see Duke Irkland come in. And he says, I see that you have met with the king and you have made yourselves at home here.
A home away from home, but a gracious gift that the king has given us, yes.
I came to retrieve my brooch.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it off.
Thank you. I see you have made many friends here already.
Hey, you know, what's that guy's name?
What's
I'll
the
look
name?
At,
The knight?
There are many nights, you must forgive me.
What is it? Are you referring to the knight we spoke of?
No. The guy everybody in town's talking about.
Is it Illig, the one we've heard so much about?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
yes. We have heard quite a bit about him. Odd. We haven't been able to put a face or really many facts to a name. Have you heard?
Well, if you would like an introduction, I perhaps could take you there, but I must say I actually came for another purpose. And he looks out to the Bullywug Knights that are standing guard outside, and he says, I actually, much louder voice, was hoping that you could help me. I think I have found the source of the fires, the dancing embers. Perhaps you can accompany me before you...
Oh, yeah, those things. Yeah, I punched a bunch of those. Yeah, I can help you.
Of
Yes.
course we'll help. Yes.
Let us just let us make you some tea while we speak. And he's just gonna walk over and kind of guide him away from the door and just kind of give a wave to the knight and close the door, and give a nod to him.
He'll come in closer to the room. So he's farther away from the door now.
Yeah. I get the sense that there's something that you'd like to speak to us about.
I can take you to Duke Irkland. I know of the Revolution, but
He is Duke Irkland.
Wait, he is Duke Irkland.
I mean Illig. Yes, Illig.
You are Duke Irkland.
I, Duke Irkland, can take you to Illig, the Baron of Muckstump. But
Is that to say
I do
that
not
you
want to be
are-
associated with the Revolution.
But that is to say that you support its goals.
I would not be opposed to its goals, but I have too much at stake to lose.
And who might I ask would be next in line if King Gullop the 19th was to meet an untimely end?
Whoever produced the killing blow.
Oh, interesting. I did not expect that.
I can take you to the other side of the lake and introduce you, but that is as far as I will go.
I think that is as far as we'll need you to go.
Then come, gather your things and your friends. We must go. At once.
Sure. And he'll guide him to the door and just kind of open the door. And yes, it would be a great honor to help you with this terrible problem of burning houses. We will gather our people at once and meet you post haste. Just give us a few moments.
He'll nod and walk down the gangplank. You can gather Boomy and Clapperclaw and Lemon. All right. So he waits for you outside, and he's going to take you around the treehouse. And as you walk around the structure here, go to the right. As you walk towards the edge here, you can see out in the distance beyond Morgort's captured, cells, you can see a very, very disturbing sight. I'm going to actually show you some artwork here. Oh, please. Why would that not be coming up in the artwork? Really? How is it possible this is not?
Guess you just have to use our imaginations.
No, I can't. I'm going to read you the description, obviously, but this is too good of an artwork.
If it named something random like that, I feel like sometimes
Found
the
it.
artwork it's
Yep, it's definitely not what it should be named, but I will describe it to you.
While
You can
Bob's
see-
looking for the artwork, don't forget to like and subscribe.
I found it already.
Oh, we
But thank
can't
you.
see it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to share it. I'm going to read, and then everyone will see your wonderful reactions after you see it. Here it is. You can see a. I promise you can see. You can see. You will see a big black balloon that floats over the edge of the water, tugging at its moorings. Beneath it hangs a basket made of black wicker and wood, which serves as a merchant's stall. A large pane of gray glass is drawn closed across the opening above the counter. You can see it's in the distance. It's about, I guess, how far away from is it to you? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. This is more like 30 or 40 feet. And since you're not at the right angle, you can only read some of the letters, or some of the words on the outside here. It says fair fairs, F-A-I-R, followed by F-A-R-E-S. Fair fairs. And what's more disturbing is that the balloon is not made of fabric. No, but rather, it appears as a rolling, dark rain cloud that has been harnessed or contained somehow within the lines and the netting. And here's the artwork.
Oh, that's cool.
Impressive.
That is cool artwork. I could not let this
There you
go. Yeah. So you see that. And Irkland says, "Yes, come. The Darklings. You can visit them another time."
Yeah.
You follow Irkland?
Yes. Where do you go?
One of you are hovering over Irkland, I believe. There was
Oh, there he
Sinky.
is.
Follow Irkland. You can head south here to the boats. There's the crocodile and the bullywug, and Irkland is going to tell them that you're with him. You're going to solve the problem of the embers. And there is a boat that you can see right here on the map that is at this dock and goes back and forth. So head on this dock and you'll head south. You can just move your tokens to the dock. Yeah. Okay. Continue moving south. As you move further and further away from the palace, you can see quite a few things. To the right, there are several holes that dot the trunk of an old gnarled tree that grows on the shore of the lake. The tree has lost all of its bark, and as few withered leaves cling to the ends of its twisted, knotted branches. One end of the clothesline is tied to a high branch on the northwest side of the tree. Several old garments hang from the clothesline, and the other end of which disappears into the fog that hovers over the center of the lake. And that's right here. There are three sprites that fly out at the group. They seem to be rather aggressive. And as they approach, there are four of them. You can see the four sprites approach, and they say, "Hey there!" One of them, that looks just dandy, approaches Boppy, and Lemon goes, "Here we go." And then this creature comes up. He goes, "Hey there!" He says, "What are you doing here? Get out of our swamp."
What do you mean, your swamp?
"Yeah, you heard me. This is our territory. Isn't that right, Mintleaf?" "Yeah, Dandy, you're right." And says, "Bitsy, come over here." Bitsy comes and starts to push Lemon. "Hey!"
Hey, don't touch my friend. She'll fly
"Yeah,
up.
what are you gonna do about it?"
I'll punch you.
"Oh, I'd like to see you try. Come on."
Are they all female sprites, or are they mixed?
That's a good question, actually. I think they're mixed.
All right. Listen, I don't know who the hell you are, and I really don't care. Go back to your stupid tree.
Yeah, well, you go. Who's gonna make us? You?
Are you looking for a fight? Is that what this is? Because you're really irritating.
Yeah, come on, put up your dukes. Let's go. They don't call me Dandy for nothing.
I'll look at
Quentin and be like,
The two of you are like, "I'll look at."
Brett looks at Quentin. He'll step forward. Now, my winged friends, please, we have no need for a quarrel with you. We simply are passing by. We have business on this island and in this swamp, helping the bullywugs, and we travel with one of your kin. But please do not harm her. She has done you no harm. We have done you no harm. We mean to just pass by amicably. Please, is there something that could appease you in this endeavor, in our endeavors?
"Yeah, I'll tell you what could appease me." Mintleaf, the one that's referred to as Mintleaf, comes over to you, and you can see she takes out a long sword, but it's not a long sword. It looks more like a knife than anything, and she's going to slash at you, Quentin.
What a dick!
A nat 20. You take 1 point of damage.
It's not doubled to 2?
On a crit, still only one?
With the negative modifiers, it's only a 1.
Ow! You put my waistcoat!
Yeah,
You're
come
gonna
on!
need
Put up your dukes, and she flies
You're
away. If
gonna
you'd like
wanna
to take an attack of
bandage that.
opportunity, you can.
I don't have a weapon out. I'm
Oh.
not going to
That's
take
fair. Boppy could. though.
it.
Boppy is not going to punch a fairy. But
I
as-
would not be surprised if even a raccoon could make you submit. And he's going to cast Vicious Mockery on the one that slashed him.
Okay.
So it's a DC 14 Wisdom save.
How much health do these things have?
Nat
Did you just
20.
kill one? Oh,
Two
thank
nat
God.
20s in a row?
Yep.
What the Emily Dickinson?
Well, the sprites at this point are going to roll into initiative. Let's roll, everybody.
Oh God.
Like 7 for Boomy.
A 9 for me.
15 for Boppy.
4.
7 for Quentin.
Okay. Boppy, you're going first. You've got Blitzy, Timpella, Dandy, and Mintleaf. Mintleaf just moved away. But you got Blitzy and Dandy right next to you.
I'm going to ready an action because I'm not immediately attacking. But if one of them comes forward and attempts to attack either myself or Quentin or Siggy, and I guess the others if they're within range, I'll throw a punch at one of them.
Sure. We'll go to the creatures next. You all rolled real low in this initiative. Siggy at 9 is the next highest. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dandy and Timpella and Blitzy will back away. You can take an attack of opportunity if you'd like on any one of them.
No, I'm not going to take an attack of opportunity.
Fair enough. Mintleaf, who
If Siggy
stabbed
wants to, this one was next to Siggy, I think.
Dandy was next to both. Actually, yeah, but Siggy doesn't have a weapon out, I believe, right?
I don't have one out, no.
Right.
You can
So,
slap it.
right. So it's up to you if you'd like to, because your hands are weapons.
Sure, yeah, I can try to punch it like I said I
Oh no,
would.
no. Boppy's hands are
Boppy.
weapons.
Oh, that's right, okay.
So-
as I said, I am not. I'm not
Okay.
attacking.
So the three of them leave the close range. Mintleaf is going to turn invisible.
Can we like turn lemon into like a different color or something,
How so? What do you mean?
or like just something on it so I know that it's lemon? Like we put like a
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it
marker.
means for roll 20, not like in the
Yeah.
actual actions of the game.
Do you know? Do you see their names?
no.
No.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so I don't have to turn off names. In Icewind Dale, everybody's name showed up. I don't know what setting was tipped off here, but here's Siggy. Maybe we can put the name tag on Siggy. So do you see? Sorry, Lemon. Lemon.
Put a yellow dot on lemon.
Do you see the name tag for Lemon now?
No.
Nope.
I'm
Really?
assuming this
Okay.
is Lemon. Since you just
That's
moved
Lemon.
it.
Yeah, we'll put a yellow tag on her.
It's going to be larger than Lemon.
Yeah,
Oh God.
that's okay. That's Lemon.
Definitely a lemon.
So the one that was named Mintleaf goes invincible. Blitzy is this one. Blitzy takes out a short bow and fires that at Boppy.
Only one not attacking them.
23.
That hits.
It's
All right.
Zigbee.
You take 1 piercing damage, and you need to give me a
What the hell?
Constitution saving throw.
God, are the toothpicks they're shooting us with
16.
poisoned?
They are poisoned, yeah. So if you have resistance or anything, you can add that, but you save anyway. You can feel that their toothpicks are lined with something. You feel it coursing through your body. Timpella is going to shoot a short bow as well. This one at Siggy. 22 Siggy. For 1 point of piercing damage and a con save. And Boomy. Siggy, you are poisoned. You are of the poison condition. And what'd you roll? A 4?
A 4.
Uh-oh. Siggy.
Oh no.
You fall unconscious.
Okay.
You are
Does she get
poisoned
more-
and you are unconscious.
Does she take falling damage because she's flying?
No, you're only flying at the height of everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So you're good. It's 10 feet you have to fall, so I don't think you're 10
Gotcha.
feet high. And then Siggy, Boomy, 17 to hit.
That's going to miss.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to worry about it. The little toothpick goes flying by. And then they take the rest of their movement to go back towards the tree. That's too far, actually. These are too far. Okay, go ahead. Next up is Siggy. You're asleep. At the end of your turn... No, I'm sorry. You're asleep.
Okay.
You are asleep until somebody were to damage you or shake you awake. And then we go to Boomy.
After seeing Siggy fall, I would probably run straight towards her to try to do, I'm assuming maybe like a medicine check or try to stabilize her, not trying to figure out what happened.
Sure, go ahead. Give me a medicine check. This will wake her up, but give me a medicine check.
An 18.
You could tell that she's been poisoned, and that depending, well, game mechanic wise, the worse your constitution save, there's a chance that you could fall asleep. But you could tell the poison was strong enough to hurt Siggy, enough to put her to sleep.
If you could wake now.
Yep, you're awake. You shake her awake,
Okay.
and Siggy's awake.
But she's
Now we
still
go
poisoned.
to... Oh, sorry, that was your action, but you do have some more movement and a bonus if you need to.
No, I'm probably gonna just try to help Siggy up.
Gotcha.
Or, you know.
Sure, you can help her up. And then we'll go to Quentin, and then Clapperclaw.
Okay. I am going to use. I'm going to do Bane on the 3 that I can see. So I'm going to cast a Bane as my action, since now I don't have to wake Siggy. So they need to make DC 14 charisma
All fail.
saves. All
All
fail. Nice. Okay, so they all have a minus D4 to saving throws and attacks.
Okay.
And ability checks. No, just saving throws and attacks.
Saves and attacks, gotcha. Like
yeah,
Bless.
saves and attacks. And then as a bonus action, I am going to take out my not my harp. I'll take out my my lyre and play a song for. Since Siggy is just barely waking up, I'm gonna play it for Siggy. I feel like she's gonna need some support, and just kind of like look down and kind of offer a hand out to pull her up and play and give her a bardic inspiration by singing "One croak more, another croak, another frog I see. This never-ending swamp of enmity. These frogs who claim to live in grime, these will surely croak a second time. One croak more."
One croak more.
Siggy grins and grabs your hand and pulls herself up. Thank you.
So you have a D6.
Thank you.
Oh, that's amazing. I love it.
So you have a D6 for any attack, ability check, or saving throw.
Awesome.
And that is his turn.
All right. And then we go to Clapperclaw.
I'm gonna walk up to this one well, walk kind of close-ish to this one and be like, leave us alone, you big meanie. We're just trying to pass through. We didn't do anything to you. And I'm going to use Unsettling Presence.
Ooh.
So he has to make a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me until its next turn.
It's going to fail. Oh, no. Sorry. It succeeds, unfortunately. I saw the only one die result, and the other die result was a 19.
Got it.
And that was the first one. So it sticks its tongue out and blows a raspberry at you.
I turn around and I shrug. And I say, you guys just want to keep going?
The Boppy's up next, and Lemon's going to fly behind you before you go. Yeah, get him, Boppy! Tell him!
So I go there, and I will start punching fairies. I'll start with the guy down here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I'm sure these things have a stupidly high AC. Is that a crit?
Yeah.
Yes. It's gone.
So
my
that's 6
God.
damage.
Gone.
You eviscerate this sprite. It goes, flies to the ground. Basically, you pummel it, and it just like crashes in the bog, makes a puddle splash. It lands.
Flabberclaw says, "Oh my God, you killed it!"
I'll turn to the
That's
one
a
next to the
Flabberclaw
other one.
Lemon
I'll turn to
goes.
the other one.
Lemon goes. I didn't mean to really hurt it.
I guess I don't know my own strength, and then I'll try to punch the other one. The 22.
That'll hit.
8. Did more than the crit.
I was gonna say, just to be clear, you rolled a 1 and a 2 on your crit, so and that still was an insta kill.
It's dead. Which one did you hit? Dandy?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Bitsy says, "Oh my God, they're dead." Help! Help! And it runs to the tree, and it goes inside one of the nooks of the tree, and then the
That's
tree
probably
begins
going
to
be
move.
bad.
The tree begins to move and uproot itself. This
Oh my
massive like birch tree comes alive. It's once was motionless, but now you can see that it is full of life, and it animates, pulling its roots up from the bog itself. It's going to.
So you know, birch bark is
Jump
extremely
in.
flammable, so that's helpful to anyone.
All right, so this large tree is going to jump into the initiative here. Let me roll a dice for it.
Oh God.
All right, it's going to go right now. It's going to take giant steps out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's going to land right there. It actually doesn't need to land anywhere. It's got some reach here, but it's still going to go right there. Yeah, it's going to go right there. And you get the sense that the clothesline that it's attached to pulls it tight, and it stops. Even though it feels like it wants to go there, the line is now taut. And it's going to multi-attack against you, Boppy.
Alright, I'm probably gonna get flattened.
What is your AC?
14.
Yeah, you're going to get hit with a 20 and a 25.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get crushed.
The first attack does 13.
Okay.
And actually, wait. Yeah, and the next one does. The next one does 17.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
Wow. How many hit points do you have, Bobby?
17.
In total? So 34.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
17 and so it doesn't kill you outright.
Oh my god.
Close. It's very close. 17 in total. So, yeah, okay, good thing you took that rest, everybody. Jesus. Boppy goes unconscious, and you see the tree blight struggling with the clothesline as it seems like it can't go much further than this point.
Guys, just pull me away from it.
Mintleaf is going to reappear as it shoots a toothpick at Quentin. Quentin, what's your AC?
12.
12. You're gonna
13.
13 is what it rolled. You take a point of damage and give me a con save.
Oh, I'm great at those.
Oh, you pass. 15? Nice. All right. Next up is Siggy, Boomy, Quentin. And I'll reappear Mintleaf. And
So
Mintleaf
I
is
will-
actually gonna. Mintleaf is just actually gonna. Once it appears, it's gonna fly into the tree, into the hole of the tree. Go ahead, Siggy.
I think I will get up, get back to like flying level, and I guess shoot a crossbow bolt at the tree.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, short bow, not crossbow. 24 to hit.
Yeah, you'll hit.
8 piercing damage.
8 piercing. You do damage, but it looks like it's very little consequence to the tree. This thing is a hulking mass, and it doesn't seem to be too affected by the loss of 8 hit points. Anything else from you?
I think that's it for now.
Okay. Then we go to Boomy and Quentin.
I'm gonna say kind of out loud that the tree can't move any further. It's caught in the line. Let's just get out of here. And I'm gonna go to Boppy and can I aid him? Maybe kind of grab him and yank him back or something as my action.
You can absolutely just pull him.
Okay.
However, I'm going to take an attack of opportunity on you.
On me?
Yep. The tree blight's
Sure.
going to attack you.
Sure.
What's your AC?
18.
Misses you. 16 in total. It
Sweet.
thuds down into the swamp floor, splashing up muck and dirt and mud. But you can pull
I'm
him.
just-
Yeah, move
I'm
him.
pull him as far away as I can and just tell Capricorn to get out of here.
Are you dashing with him?
Yeah.
Okay, move your double move then.
Each
I don't know
one
how
of
many
these is-
spaces it took you to get there, but you have
Yeah.
some more movement.
5, 10, 15, 35, 40, 45.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
You hear the sprites inside the tree, and they say, "Yeah, Big Barkless, tell him what's what." And Lemon flies over to you. Oh my God, is he alive? Do I need to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation?
I'm gonna say I think he does.
Oh God, I'm gonna do my best. All right, big fella, pucker up. And she starts to do, her best imitation of mouth-to-mouth CPR.
Isn't her mouth like a third the size?
Yeah, she basically just like opens your mouth up a bit and gives you like a big kiss. And she goes, puh, puh. Oh my God, there's so much hair on this lips. So much fur. The tree
motion
can't
to
reach
the
any
rest
of
of it.
you. The tree can't reach any of you, so if you choose to leave it, it's gonna stay there.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action healing word on Boppy.
Sure. Roll the d4.
Go. Oh, did it cast right? It did, okay. Alright, so 6 points of healing. And
Thank
then I am going because I think this is gonna fuck up the sprites and the tree. I'm going to use my action to use the new harp that I have and use Dissonant Whispers on the tree. So it needs to make a DC 13 Wisdom save. Why did that roll so many
It
dice?
fails, I think. Yep, fails.
Fails? Okay, so it takes 9 psychic damage, and for the word of fear that I want to strike into it, it just hears a cacophony of termites, 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 termites. And it now has to use its reaction to move as far away from us, or away from me specifically, as possible, as its movement would allow.
It goes right up to where its previous spot was. It stops at the water.
Wanted to jump in the water.
It
Wasn't
seems like it
sure.
has an aversion to the water.
Yeah. I was hoping it would just fall into the water and then all the sprites would just have to lose their home. But no.
Well, I guess, wait,
Um,
does it have to? It has to go into the water, I guess,
It
right?
has to. It has to flee as far. It has to move as far as
Yeah.
its movement would allow.
Fair enough. So it starts to wade into the water with again, much hesitation as the Mintleaf and Bitsy, they say, "Where you going, big Barkless? Turn around, you big dummy!" And the thing rushes into the water, and the clothesline with all the clothes on it sag into the swampy lake.
Oh no, she ain't gonna be happy about that.
Sir Irkland says to you, "Come, run! This is too dangerous for anything I've signed up for.
Yeah. Run that
Come!"
man.
As I start running, I was like, "That's what I said."
Who's this person?
You see as you rush out of the danger area. As you rush out of danger, you see a creature off the beaten path. Your heart suddenly feels cold, filling you with a sense of loneliness that borders on despair. A haunting, melancholy tune is played on a flute that reaches out from somewhere beyond the field of oversized toadstools. You can see the slender elf with pale blue skin and black hair sitting curled in the shadow of a gray 6-foot-tall toadstool, playing a somber tune on a double flute.
I just got pounded into paste by a tree. I'm not talking to that woman. She'll probably try to eat my soul or something stupid. This swamp is awful.
Just want to go to the center of the island, get my head back.
The creature waves to you, but doesn't stop playing the flute. Kind of chuckles when you talk about how awful the swamp is.
Your Grace, who is that?
That is Octavian.
Would you mind providing slightly more clarification?
Octavian plays his sad pipes. We hear it from time to time. There's not much to tell.
That was actually the only piece of information that I already knew. Very well, though. Thank you.
This is going well.
You may move as you feel necessary. You pass a little hut on the left-hand side here. This is a bullywug hut. You can see the steep thatch roof, small wooden chest that seems to be in... Oh, no, you can't. Sorry, you're not. The door's closed. Never mind. I apologize. You see the bullywug hut there as well. And then you continue on. Irkland says, "Come, we must not delay." Follow him along. And you cross the river, a smaller river here that leads into the lake. And you see another bullywug hut with a thatch roof. And he says, "Illig resides here. Again, I am just a messenger. Please do not use my name."
What is the other hut over there? Point to the other one.
The one that we just passed.
Yeah.
These are just homes. Many bullywug live in the region outside of the lake. Same as that building. I will be going, but I wish you good luck. And he starts to walk off towards his balloon hut. So there's Illig's house. What would you like to do?
Knock on the door.
Do you just walk up and knock?
I suppose so.
The wooden door is clearly shut. When you knock, you can tell that it's reinforced by some sort of lock on the other side. You hear a group of croaking coming from inside, a clamor, and then silence. You hear a mechanism unlocking from the other side, and then the door opens just a crack. You can see a bullywug knight open the door and say, "Hello? Who are you?"
The revolution lives.
La Revolution. And he looks around real quick, sticks his head out, looks left, looks right. Come in, yes, come. And he opens the door, and inside it's a dark room. Standing
Gosh.
just inside the door is a jittery bullywug with a spear. And behind this guard is a wooden crate with hunting gear piled atop it. Huddled in the back of the hut are 4 more bullywugs. Tension hangs heavy in the air as one of the huddled bullywugs signals to you to enter and join their conversation. They all look at each other and they say, "La Revolution lives!"
Quentin's just gonna kind of look around and then look to Boomy, and be like realizing that really can't hide this anymore, and just kind of lean in. By the way, we're aligning with the revolution. I hope that you're okay with that. And just kind of look back up.
Clapperclaw shakes his head, and you hear jingling, and he's like, "Oh, what did I get myself into?"
Siggy's
Hi.
like flying around trying to meet everyone. Like, hi, I'm Siggy. It's nice to meet you all. Are you experienced at doing these revolution things? I want in. Tell me what to do. How can I help? She's really excited.
I heard about you. The Knight of the Flies. He has spoken highly of you. Says you're here, friends of Wigglewog.
Does he know that?
That's what he says.
No, like the pickled fly. Did we know that he knew that we were friends of Wigglewog?
The frogs croak, do they not?
This is me asking Bob.
Oh, we're in character here. Frogs
I
croak,
am
do they
not
not?
speaking in a perfect English accent, so we are not. We didn't get any inkling from Pickled Fly about that, right?
The message. Which one of you has it?
That would be this one. She'll nod at Boppy.
Illig says, "You cannot be too careful." And he puts his froggy hand out, wanting the letter.
Yeah, Bobby. Give him the note. I
Yeah, I'll
suppose.
pass it over.
I'm
He
gonna
opens it.
Can I do an insight check on Illig?
Yeah.
Just to see if this is suddenly feeling a lot like a trap.
Go ahead.
Oh god, I have such terrible insight. Okay, it's not a bad roll. 16.
You get the sense that he is welcoming to you and wants you to be a part of his revolution.
Okay. Okay.
I am Illig, Baron of Muckstump. The other four bullywugs all nod, and they look up at you. They introduce themselves. Glorig, Grundelkrantz, Gullabek, and Voop.
Is that from Germany?
Gullabek,
Apparently.
Gundenkrantz, Grundelkrantz, Grundel. Or it could be Grundle.
Grundelkrantz.
Grundelkrantz.
It could very well be Grundelkrantz.
You stay away from me, Grundle.
Grundelkrantz.
Apparently, we crossed the border.
You can see beneath the feet of the bullywugs, there is a crude image drawn of Gullop the 19th with a dagger in his eye.
Oh, that's a bit on the nose.
And he
On
says,
the
"We
eye,
are here."
actually.
It is on the eye. We are here because you are part of La Revolucion. We are going to overthrow that pig-headed Gullop.
I have a question.
Why? Go ahead, Clapperclaw.
Exactly why do you want to overthrow this guy?
That was one of mine, so yeah.
He is a weak leader. He has been running this swamp into the ground.
How many
It's a
kings?
swamp, though. So,
How many kings have there been in the last month?
The month? I don't know. Time flies here. But, in my mind, Gullop has been a tyrant for too long. It might as well be a
how long has that
lifetime.
been?
Might as well be a lifetime.
How long do you live, if you don't mind me asking?
He starts to count on his frog fingers. And then he goes, I believe, 10 or so?
10.
So, just to be clear, is that how old you are, or how old you live until?
I'm not sure of the question. We must focus here.
Yes, I believe that is a part of the problem. We must focus. And I think that if we can't discern how many kings we've had how many kings you've had in the last month, that is a part of the problem, is it not?
Yes, but I, the Duke of Muckstump, will be an honorable leader. I would not
But you are
deal with the
Baron.
hag, the likes of the hag.
Oh, so they hate the hag. That's good. That's
That
what we
is
want.
good. Also, just to be clear, are you a duke or a baron? Because those are different titles.
He's the
I'm
Duke.
I'm a scuttlebutt.
You are the Duke of Muckstump. So wait,
Yes.
Illig is who is the Baron of Muckstump?
I think it's supposed to be just Illig is the Duke of Muckstump. Did I maybe say Baron?
You said Baron.
Okay.
I may have misspoke. But
Oh,
it's
okay. Never mind.
Duke.
I thought that was something happening in game. Never mind.
It's Duke. The Duke.
Quentin
You
is
can see that
is,
there
is
is a
all about
crate.
titles, so
It is about titles. You're right. I might have embellished the title.
I think it
here or
was a
there.
Baron. I think it's the note said Baron. Yeah.
Baron.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how my head feels sometimes. Baron.
Baron.
So there's a crate in the room, and it's the only real object seeming out of place. The rest of it is furnished as a bullywug apartment would look. The rest of it, the crate, is a bit different. When you look upon it, you can see the wooden crate has the name Bavlorna Blightstraw scrawled on it in Sylvan. So everybody speaks that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not me.
Everyone except
Oh.
Boomy.
Everyone
Except
except me.
Maybe even
Probably for
better.
the best.
Yeah. Anyway, he says to you, "We will not deal with the hag. We will take the swamp back for ourselves."
Meaning that you won't deal with the hag like make deals, or you won't deal like that with the hag like when you have a table with one leg that's too short and you shove a bunch of sugar packets under it.
They all look at
Oh.
each other confused
What?
as to your reference.
Sugar. You don't have sugar here?
I think what they mean is they won't treat with her, they won't work with her. Is that right?
The only thing that will be sweet will be the revenge when we kill King Gullop the 19th.
I think the only thing they care about is killing the king,
Killing the king.
and then having a new king, and then the same thing happens over and over and over again, and
Yes.
nobody deals with the hag.
That
Now-
was my other question. What happens after? I'm assuming you, Baron, take the seat of the king. Wouldn't the next?
I'm gonna stop you really quick, Quentin. The truth is, I don't care what happens to him. We got to get rid of the other king because these people will help us with what we need to do.
You are making a very good point.
Listen, you are here to help the revolution. If you are not, then you must be
Yes.
working for the king, and the rest
No,
of them
no.
take out.
Absolutely not.
They take out their blades.
No, that guy's a jerk. He wanted me to beat up a frog. I didn't have any part. I didn't want any part of that.
You just beat up 2 fairies.
You murdered them. You murdered them.
Calling him the king is a compliment to
Listen,
what
those
he
things
is.
deserved it.
I'll jump in and say, I am the monarch, and I vouch for his words. He speaks the truth. See if that helps.
Oh, you're the monarch. When you say that and they see your crown, they all look at each other, and in like a big groan, they all let out a croak, and they say, "Your Majesty," and they kneel on one knee.
While they kneel on one knee, I'm gonna go peek in the crate.
The crate is closed. It would probably be hard for you to do it without them noticing. If you want to give me a stealth check, you can. Or a sleight of hand is actually even better. Sleight of claw.
Light of claw. So that's just gonna be dex, I think, for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
While they kneel on one knee, I'm also going to just kind of back up to Boomy and just kind of whisper in his ear, "Would you like to be king of a bunch of frogs?"
While you're, just to clarify, Clapperclaw here, 6, you clearly, without doing any sort of, covering of your actions, you just open up the lid of the crate, and inside you see there are 6 crossbows. No, sorry, not crossbows. 6 crossbow bolts. That seems weird, a weird number. A hunting trap, rolled up cape of moss, and a bunch of animal carcasses, woodland animal carcasses. Looks like they are, something you'd prepare for some sort of taxidermy.
Clapperclaw says, "Aw, man." He just closes it.
And the bullywugs see that you've now opened it, and they slam it shut when you're about to close it, and they say, "These are off limits," and he pushes them to the side of the room.
That's okay.
Sorry.
I don't want
That-
anything.
He's kind of an idiot. Don't take that the wrong way.
Now, back to the plan.
Only had a brain.
Back to the plan. Look at this diagram. And he points to the floor. And you can see that there's the crude image that I drew before. Or told you about before.
Did Boomy say anything back to what I said?
Oh, yeah. What'd you say to Boomy? Go ahead.
I whispered once they all went to kneel, he whispered in Boomy's ear, "Would you like to be a king of a bunch of frogs?"
Looking around, I'm just gonna be like, not particularly.
Very well. Just saying, we could probably make it happen.
I feel like
So
there-
no, the answer's no.
No, I feel like there'd be someone better. I would suggest Morgort.
Fair enough. Now back to the task at hand. Look at this diagram, and Illig uses his the back of his hand to kind of like wipe across the image, and he starts to like redraw some of the images again, and he says you can see like outlines of little frog people and the rest, and he says, "Here's the plan. We will meet with the king. He will not suspect a thing. Then when he walks by, one of you, and he points to you four, and Clapperclaw, one of you will stick out your leg. He will trip, and I will be there with my dagger in hand. He will land on my blade. I will stab him through the eye. It will be a little accident. Oh no! But then we will take over. We will kill off those loyal to him, and La Revolucion will live! And they all cheer in croaking sounds.
Wow,
And
what an intense plan you've got there.
The last thing
Very
he does is
thought
draw an X over the eye with the dagger in it.
Yes. I see that this was not just a moment of anger. This was actually the diagram of your plan.
That is correct. I, Illiga
I
Muxum,
see.
will be the next king of the Sagi court.
Do you give us your word that you will not allow the hag to reside here anymore?
Of course, the hag will be driven from the swamps.
And how will you drive her from said swamps?
By force. We will put a dagger through her eye if need be.
Now this
just
is
want to-
getting interesting.
I just want to make it clear, you can stab people in more than just their eyes. I feel like you're fixated on the eye, like a poet I once knew. Just want to make that clear.
Who here wants to stab through the eye? And he looks to his his bullywug friends, and they all raise their hands and croak. And he says, "The eyes have it."
I raise my claw.
Not helping.
Good. Excellent, little one. Now, do we understand the plan? We must draw an audience. I would love to do this very soon.
So, I am curious. We have been tasked with killing the revolutionary Morgort. Sorry, Dame Morgort, actually. Possibly, we've made it clear to the king, apologies, to the usurper, that this should be a spectacle. Perhaps this sort of event could be where this could happen. We could maybe arrange for something.
This is the perfect time, the perfect opportunity. Yes, when you fight Morgort, we will kill the king. Of course, whoever decides to fight Morgort should allow Morgort to go free.
I think that can be arranged.
This is the utmost secrecy. All of us must pledge to never tell a word until the deed has been done. Do you agree?
Agreed. Just to be clear, I know that you had said that you wanted to make sure it was an accident. Oh, sorry, that it would appear to be an accident. Is that important in your laws? Must the overthrowing of a usurper be done so covertly? If it was overt, would it be? Would you still be allowed to take the throne?
We would have to fight off all the loyalists, but if need be, I believe we have the might. No? And he looks to his bullywug companions, and they all nod their heads in agreement. But we would like to avoid as many casualties as possible. You understand? I need to have someone to rule.
Of course.
Do you agree? Viva la revolución! They're Spanish now.
Wow.
All right, it's a French Revolution. We're in Germany. They're speaking Spanish. Everything makes sense.
You got Grundle Krampf. Grundle Krautz. His name is Grundle Krantz.
Grundlekrantz. Yeah.
All right,
Grundlecrans.
let's put this guy in power and get that hag out of here. And we can get my skull back.
Your skull.
Oh,
What
hey,
is wrong with the one you
Probably
have
the
there?
coolest skull you've ever seen.
You too?
Have you guys ever seen a stag?
It has like these long horns. It's like at least
Oh
like
my
20
God.
feet.
They're like 40 feet,
Yeah, I have seen.
but it's a skull.
I have seen
And the
this.
eyes glow. It's really
I
nice.
have seen this. It does not glow, but I have seen this.
Where have you seen it?
Where is it?
It was delivered here by the Herringons.
Of course.
I look at Boppy. I knew it.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Oh,
I would also look shocked that they like, oh.
so it's true. It's in the hag's cottage in the center of the island.
That it is. In fact, I delivered it that day.
You work for Agden?
No, we work for the king, who works for the hag, who controls the Herringon.
Man, we gotta put a dagger through his eye.
Exactly. Now you
Let's go.
understand.
Let's go, guys.
No, you've got him all riled up.
The stag head is in the cottage.
Oh, sorry.
The stag head is in the cottage.
Then let's go to the cottage.
Ah, but we
Yes.
must first kill the king.
Mm-hmm. You heard him, Quentin. Let's go kill a king.
Go ahead, set up the time for the trial by combat. We will be there waiting with you.
What time is it now?
Time for revolution.
All right, let's
I
do it.
expected
1 minute
nothing more
from
than that.
time from revolution. Let's do it then.
All right, now go. Set up with the king. It will be his doom.
We will arrange for everything to be exactly as it should be.
Good, good. And he ushers you to the exit. And you exit out into the swamp, and you can head back to King Gullup. I think what we'll do is we'll close it out here for now. I know.
Aw.
You want to continue on? Is that Mr.
I
Banks?
had to run her from the street several times because she went upstairs and started barking outside of Oliver's door.
It's all right, Mr. Banks. We understand. You wanted to hear more. But we are going to pause here. This seems like the perfect spot. Next time will be the exciting conclusion to this downfall plot arc. See maybe what's in Bavlorna's cottage. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Depends on how well the revolution goes. We'll see.
It'll be fun.
Thank you for watching on Twitch, on YouTube, chat. Thanks for keeping us company. Don't forget, a lot of things going on that we spoke about in the beginning of the stream. Links for everything are down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm approaching that 900 subscriber mark. I assume very close, maybe within the next week or so. We should be there, and then it's on to 1,000. Pretty exciting stuff. And I'm going to be playing tomorrow on Michelle's channel, the new channel, Dungeons and Wellness, so check that out too. All right? Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you on the tabletop.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.